guys doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now behind me we have my Mark V Astra Vxr behind me. Now last time I filmed a video in this exact spot I told you everything that was wrong with this car. It's been a while since I made that video and let me tell you, I fixed a lot of problems wrong with this car. You can probably already see one of them at the front. There are some new headlights, so we're going to run into that today. Then we're going to go for a little point of view drive later on, but that will be of course in a separate video. Links will be down in the description below. I'm not sure what video will be up first, but yeah, I'm excited to get the VXR back. The reason why I'm filming this is because my S3 has an MOT, so I need to uninsure this to get the Audi insured so I can drive around in that for a bit. But yeah, we start off with the VXR. I've got the list on my phone. Let's just get into it. The first major thing which I told you about is of course we have the headlights. So these headlights, I actually bought these off eBay for quite cheap, about £100 in for both of these lights, which as you can see, they make a big difference on the car. And I was so happy once I installed these, although you have to take the front bumper off to actually install the lights. There's a Mark 7 Fiesta driving past. Yeah, he's putting his foot down. So the headlights definitely make a big difference to the car. And let me get into another little thing that I fixed. Well, I bought a new unit. We've got it all fixed. So if we go into the car, we turn the ignition on. Hopefully it should work with a key. We go like this. We press this button, which actually is a button now. And we press the rear button. As you can see, the lights now turn on in the dash. If we go to the rear of the car, you can actually see my rear fog lights working. If we go to the front of the car, let me close the door. You can see my front fog lights are now working. Now check that out. That makes such a big difference. So the reason what was up with the fog lights, for anyone wondering, was basically them buttons I just pushed in were like non-functional buttons. I took the unit out, I took the whole thing apart, and it's like they're just like fake buttons. Like they actually had no use whatsoever. So I bought a new unit. That was about £20 off eBay, and there we go. We now have front fogs and rear fog lights. So I actually got a mobile mechanic to come out and look at the car, because as I told you, I wanted this car fixed. I've actually fixed the majority of these issues myself, and we'll be getting into that in just a second. So I'll come back with 0 boost leaks. We also had a bolt that was snapped in the front right driver's hub, which has also now been fixed. So there's also, honestly, this is a hot spot. Motorbikes, we've got modified cars driving past. So yeah, the wheel nut was actually very, very easy. He said I needed a new wheel hub, and he was going to quote me for the wheel hub and for him to do the work. Did I get a message back from him? I didn't, so I thought, why not? I'm going to try and do it myself, and if I can't do it, I call him back out and he can sort it. So basically what me and my dad done, we went to Screw Fix. We got like literally a drill piece and we drilled out the old bolt, and little did I know that took 20 seconds to get that bolt out. I'll put a video on the screen now. We have an update on the VXR. So the wheel nut that was stuck in the hub, we've drilled it out. It's now perfectly fine. So that saved me like £45 for a second-hand one off eBay, and then I'd have paid labour for someone to do it. Done it myself with literally a drill piece from Screw Fix, so that was very cheap. As you can see, it's all working, and yeah, less than 20 seconds, and he told me I needed a new wheel hub, and obviously I needed to pay for labour. So how much would that have costed me? Like, it would have costed me quite a bit of money. And also, remember how my handbrake wasn't working? Well, let me tell you, I'm not in gear, the handbrake is up, and the handbrake now works. So you actually saw that in the video. I'd done the brake calipers. Both rear brake calipers were seized. I'll put a picture on the screen now, and yeah, you will see how badly they were seized. There was literally nothing left, so that was causing the handbrake to not work. And also when I would brake, I would have no rear brakes. It would all be doing from the front, so it brakes a lot better. The handbrake now works, and look, I'll show you, we're not in gear whatsoever. Handbrake's up and it fully works, and I did all that work myself. The wheel nut all myself, the headlights myself, the unit for the headlight fog lights now work, did that all myself. I know that wasn't a hard job. Now another thing I said about in that video was the speakers. Now since I changed to my Sony head unit, let me tell you, them speakers are completely fine. I think it's just something to do with the stock stereo, because it sounds completely fine. The next big job that we got done with this car was actually not done by me. It was done by a family friend. I've pretty much done 95% of this car myself, which I'm glad I've done it all myself. So the next thing was the passenger window. Now, as you know, it wasn't working whatsoever. It would literally go down the regulator. As you put it back up, it would come completely off the regulator, and half the window would be in, like completely in, and the other half would be out. So let me show you that it now works. Ignore the mess in here. It needs a clean, all right? I've got my camera bags there. So we go inside the car now. We put the window down. It now works. How sick is that? So like I said, that was done by a family friend. That wasn't done by me, but I am glad the window now works. Handbrakes, of course, working. The car's on. We're on a slight hill. Handbrakes up. Everything works as it should. We've still got the boost gauge. We got the Sony stereo. Like I said, since getting the stereo in, the speakers are now perfect. Like, this car has been annoying, but we've got it all done. So the next thing is, it sounds completely different under the bonnet. Like a lot of you said, apparently it's called the turkey noise. I don't know why people call it that, but if we lift the bonnet, I will show you how the car sounds a lot different. Now, this is actually one of the things I mentioned about earlier, the recirculation valve. It come back with 0 boost leaks, so I thought, what else could this issue be? Did I know it was a recirculation valve? I had no idea. So if we now go to lift up the bonnet, I will show you how it sounds different, and I will show you what I did. So, induction kit, as you saw, we had the turkey noise before. Now, the recirculation valve is located just down there. You see that chrome little thing there? That's what it was. So I had the stock recirculation valve. I took it out, I put a picture on the screen. It was just made out of rubber. So that one's made out of metal, the last one was out of rubber. Now, as you can probably tell, 07 car, the rubber was just completely split. And yeah, basically I had the leak from there. So no boost leaks, but the leak was coming from there. That was a pain of a job to do. I had to take the induction kit off. I could not put my hand down there to try and do this recirculation valve, but we got it done in the end. And yeah, it now sounds a lot different. Let me rev the car to show you what it sounds like. It just sounds completely different. Right, so. There we go. It sounds a lot different. Now, that was just an eBay recirculation valve, but I am actually going to get a forged motorsport because I wanted to see if that was the issue, which it was. So I'll be upgrading to a forged one very soon, but that's just to test that out. Now, I'm glad that was the issue and we found the potential leak because it goes a lot better now. This thing's actually quick now, getting that recirculation valve sorted. So let me go check on my phone and see what else we got fixed. And I think this is the very last issue that was wrong with the car. Now, I actually know I didn't say this in my last video because this happened only a couple of weeks ago, which has now been replaced. I got it replaced straight away as soon as it happened. So I actually drove to Basingstoke, drove back from Basingstoke, and what happened is I parked up on my driveway and I had coolant on the floor. Now, I was wondering, is it my radiator? Is it a hose? Is it a coolant tank? Because I was worried if it's a radiator, it's going to be a big job. It's going to be a pain to do, but I got lucky with this one. Now, this was just the coolant tank. I actually got this off eBay. I know I should have got a new one, but I couldn't find the official one. So this is actually off a Nürburgring edition, this one here. So what had happened is the engine gets hot and pretty much it melts this plastic bit here. Now, the one that went was at the bottom there. So as soon as that went, I saw the coolant on the floor. I went onto eBay that night and I've actually ordered, well, I did order a new one. As you can see, it's now installed. But yeah, that was a pain to do. That's now been changed. We now got coolant in there. And that is pretty much everything to do with the VXR. Oh, there's actually one more thing. To do with the front bumper, you see how it's still cracked? I haven't got that repaired yet, but I tell you what I did have repaired. So I had to take the bumper off to do the headlights. Now, why I had the bumper off, I went to go get some fiberglass from Halfords, and pretty much me and my dad would be fiberglassed this apart, so that will no longer make the crack any bigger. It's been fiberglassed in from the inside. So yeah, I thought I'd just throw that in because that crack is very annoying. Will I get it fixed at some point? Probably. I'm not sure to do with this car. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not because I need to insure the S3. I'll tell you what, getting into cars is very expensive. I was rich before getting into cars. It takes a lot of your money. But yeah, that was pretty much it with the Astra Vxr. Now, when you buy cars, you're always going to have issues. Did we know there was this many issues with it? Even my friend that was a previous owner didn't know there was this many issues. He knew there was a few. He told me about them. But like, when you get a car, you dig deeper and then you see more issues. And yeah, that's exactly what's happened. And everyone told me, put money into the car, you enjoy it. You lot were right. I've put money into this car and it's actually fun to drive. But I am going to insure the S3. I'm filming this video tonight. I'm going to insure the S3 tonight to take it for a spin. I am going to end this video here. I'm going to go film my point of view drive in my VXR. And yeah, I have been enjoying this car. But yeah, if anyone wants to buy it off me, I don't know why I keep changing my mind. Like, one week I want the VXR, next week I want the S3, and next week I want a Golf R. I literally can't make my mind up. Put up on Facebook before I made this video and everyone was saying, oh, it's the one from YouTube. I'm like, have I made this car like too much? People know about it. And like, they've only seen it with the issues that it happened, and I fixed everything since. So when I put it on Facebook, everyone's saying, oh, it's got this issue, got that issue. Everyone was messaging me, have you fixed this, have you fixed that? So I needed to make this video to tell you all I have fixed pretty much everything to do with this car. So yeah, I am going to end this video here now. Hopefully you have all enjoyed. If you want to see some more videos on the VXR, let me know in the comments. Like I said, if someone offers me, the car will be going because I don't need it. Like, I don't need this many cars. So So yeah, it possibly may be going at some point. But yeah, I really hope you have all enjoyed. If you are new to my channel, please be sure to drop a like and also subscribe. And I will catch you all on the next video. Peace out.